The rope, the feather, and the bidet. Who thought of the name of this episode? Who thought of the name of this episode, y'all? Welcome or welcome back. I'm your girl Asher if you're new. As you can see in the title, reaction to episode 14 of Marriage at First Sight. Why I always say marriage the first time? Married at First Sight. If you hear a little dingly dingly bell, I'm babysitting my dog niece. Yeah, dog niece. Yeah, I'm babysitting my dog niece. So, she should be chill. Yeah, no. So that's her. If you just hear like a little ding ding in the back, but her little collar or whatever, whatnot. So, y'all, getting into it, the rope, the feather, and the bidet. Dr. Pia basically comes and visits the couples. Honestly, what's a Dr. V? What's her name, Dr. V? Who was the previous sex therapist specialist? I miss her. What happened to her? Not saying that I'm not open to Dr. Pia. Dr. Pia just seems cool, but she just seemed like such a good fit, and I love what she was able to bring to these couples. And she was real, and she reminded me of Pastor Cal. She definitely was not for their stuff, and was definitely going to be called out. And it's not saying that these other professionals don't call each other out. They just have a way of doing it that I just love and enjoy. And it's just like, okay, you dig in their ass, and they gonna dig in their ass in a nice professional way though. So should we go in a different order like we did last week? Yeah, like just why not? Like let's just go ahead and get into Aries and Jasmine. So y'all know as always, I always got my notes because y'all know it be a lot going on. And meeting with them, like I'm just really feeling for Jasmine at this point. After everybody at that point had met up with Dr. Pia, and they do their meetups, the guys and the girls. The guys are like doing this baseball thing. The girls go and make cocktails together, and her breakdown, it just really hit on me hard. And I guess because like everybody says it, but as well, everybody can say it, but even just seeing it, I feel like just watching the show that I can feel her energy and her what's the words that I'm basically looking for? Like she wants this marriage, like she went in this ready to be married, open-minded, already kind of basically invested in this experience and getting through this. And it's like it gives me like it always seems, not I'm gonna say always. I hate that it with some of these individuals, because they're not couples. I hate with some of these individuals who really go in, and they are always the ones that seem to get the crap into the stick. And I keep saying I'm not gonna say, I don't mean always, but it just seems like it's those specific ones that really, and then it's like they get someone that turns that just ruins that experience basically for them, basically in so many words. And I don't want to take away from Aries, because I don't think he's doing anything purposely or whatnot. But even for her to say, that, oh well, he gets in front of the professionals and he's talking about this initiative and he says he's going to try this and he's going to move that way, and it just doesn't happen. And she's just feeling emotionally depleted. She's just like, I don't know what else I have to give at this point. So she was definitely open with Dr. Pia and letting her know, like, no, I'm not closed off. I'm just no longer, and I'm not forthcoming. What did she say that it was? And Dr. Pia had hit it right on the nose for her. That basically, I think it's more just like a volunteering of information. Where in the beginning, it was just like, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. And now it's like, I have nothing. I have like, and then it's kind of like just of course as she's like tired, that's when it's kind of like he's stepping up. But clearly I guess for her, despite what we see, that's not enough, because we see him reaching out to her mom. We see him he's reaching out to her sister, and even then it seems to somehow come back and still not in work for him. I guess he took upon the advice of Pastor Cal, and I'm still a bit lost on the situation, because she was just like, so what did she say he did? So I can't even remember, guys. Oh my goodness, I can't even remember what it was. But either way, it was like, wait, what? What she said of what you told my sister this, and when they ran back the clip in regards to what Pastor Cal said or whatever. I was like, wait a minute, these are not matching. So am I just missing something here? I don't know. But either way, it was just like, so you lied to your wife, so you lied to your wife, so you lied to your wife. And I'm just like, bro, you ain't gonna win. You are just, not going to win. Like, they don't touch, they don't hug. I just feel so sorry for my girl, y'all. And I don't know, maybe it's just not enough. And as much as I'm like, we can get somewhere, like they can turn this around, I don't know if that's going to happen, especially after we see next week. I really feel like that whole situation with him dancing with another female, I'm not surprised if that is the straw that breaks the camel's back for them. Because that really looked like she was like, nah. At this point, you know what? You're just blatantly letting me know. Like, you put me in a friend zone. Like, okay, I got it. I hear you loud and clear. I don't know how you can't say it any more clearer that this is not it than this right here. So, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, it makes me think, is it just a personality thing? Because, Jazz is such this sweet, quiet, she seems quiet, obviously just from, persona, quiet, not mild manner, and I don't necessarily mean quiet, but soft tempered, I guess maybe is the word I'm looking for. And, she's non-confrontational and, very well put, Eric seems like the type of guy who, like Drake, a little attitude probably good and make this shit last. He need a little bit more. You got to give him a little bit more attitude. You got he need a little more toxicity possibly, because that's what it was. Dr. Pia basically was asking him. They were talking, just get into it. Dr. P was asking him, okay, well, when she called you out, how did that make you feel? Because that's what it was. She was he was saying that basically he had tried to make a stride to, help them continue to communicate or whatever, and just find ways of connecting. And for her, it just felt like a to-do list for him, like doing it just cause. What you doing, Kia? Sorry, y'all. So, when he was just like, when she basically, like, when she calls you out, how does that make you feel? He's like, and look, I had to rewind it because I was like, it's like I didn't hear the don't, but I was like, but wait, does he say the don't? Did he say he don't? He's like, nah, I like it. I said, the crazy thing is, the way that I look, I definitely felt like Jazz was looking at him the same way, mouth open, like, wait, what? What did he just say? That boy a freak. That boy is a freak, and he need a little bit more spice to Jazz. Jazz need to stop trying to be nice to this guy. Stop. But I mean, that's just who she is. If that's just her personality, that's just her personality. But I think we all got a little bit of oomph in us, a little attitude, we can get there, and it just might be like, yeah, cuss this out and let him know. And that's going to be it right there. He going to see the other side. And he's like, I've been waiting for this whole time. This what I've been waiting to see. And now I know that she here. Like, it's weird. Like, he must be one of those type of dudes that just like, he's just like toxicity. Like, yeah, we need to duke it out. We got to fight it out. Not literally, of course, in a physical sense. But, yeah. So, like, I don't know. But it was just like, yeah. Y'all let me know your thoughts. I definitely got to hear y'all thoughts on what y'all are thinking about this. Like, is it just that? Is it just like she's just this sweet girl and he just wants like a girl with some attitude that's going to fuss him out, that's going to get in his stuff, and like, I don't know. Because when he said that, it was like, okay, all right, you are definitely a Drake. It ain't that. I live by that because I be like, I be having an attitude problem. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Like, I be like, yo. So when Drake said that, I be like, I know. Tell him, Drake. It is. It keeps it interesting. It keeps it spicy. And low-key is toxicity. Like, y'all, that's where I'm at with them. And I'm literally in my head, of course. Y'all know me. I'm trying to, going to try to see things from both sides. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because outwardly it kind of does look like they're dancing together, but at the same time it's like it doesn't. So I'm like, okay, Eric's gonna come back. He gonna have something for this. I don't know if it's good or bad if he has something for this, but I'm like, no, he gonna be able to fix this. I don't know. They gonna be back on the couch and Pastor Cal's asking, so what y'all want to do? And like I said, I just, their body language is not given like, no, we're going to end this, but I would not just be surprised if this is really like the straw that breaks a camel's back for Jasmine. Like, I just feel for her so much. If I want to talk about feeling for somebody, let's go ahead and get into Nicole and Chris, who got the bidet. First off, I've never found a bidet so entertaining besides on Baps. Okay, this was like a new age. Like, I guess, like, I had never really experienced a bidet, but I did kind of experience one when I bought like a sprayer kit for my toilet, and that was to clean cloth diapers with or whatever or whatnot. And except with this, it doesn't automatically do it. It's like a sprayer, so you can literally still go down there and spray yourself. And I would do that, especially when I was on, sorry guys, my menstrual. Oh, like, I definitely just felt like an extra cleanness when I'm on the toilet. And with all that going on, like, yeah, you want to feel clean when you're on your menstrual, okay? So that was definitely do it. So I know I can only imagine what it feels like if that the little sprayer kit, if that's what it feels like. And that was his first experience. And then they're literally outside the door of each other, listening to each other, experience the bidet. Chris is his face like, yeah, full on entertainment for a bidet. It's been a while since I've been entertained by a bidet, because Baps was definitely number one, and this took the cake for him. So really, I cried 2 times. Really, if I'm being honest, I cried. I cried both 2 times in this episode. One for Jasmine and one for Nicole. I'm a big advocate for women. I'm just a girl's girl. I don't like women beating up on each other. I don't like women, just speaking negatively against each other. Like, it's just so many things I can hit on when it comes to the woman on woman culture that I don't like and I want better. And so it's obviously, no, I don't want to hear anybody speak against themselves in such a negative way. And I guess, I can just, we get to know them just like these couples get to know them. And so I love Nicole. She's such a genuine sweet person. And then both of them just have so much trauma in their backgrounds, in their relationships. And basically Nicole just like, obviously, like she said, she admitted, like, going into this, I was like, what really could she really get hit on with these couples? Because like they're kind of like everything is just going so good with them or whatever or whatnot. And it did kind of turn into more of a Nicole, and getting through to Nicole, who basically said, like, I'm just realizing how effed up I am. And it just, like, now I'm like, the feelings, and it makes me wonder, like, no, I might not have said those exact words, and I might not have actually said it out loud, but I might have said it to myself. I might have actually had a feeling. So maybe that's what it was, that relation. And it was just like, now that, I'm going on through the journey that I'm going through, it's like, no, don't you dare speak that over yourself. You're not that. You are not that. And you either, if you are watching this and you have been there, nah, we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. Anytime, really quick, you have a negative connotation, a negative whatever about yourself that you're speaking on yourself, you turn around that right quick and you find at least 3 things that you can say positive about yourself. 3. Yes, I'm not saying 1. I'm not saying 2. I'm challenging you with at least 3, and I feel like that's easy. All right, learning moment, learning lessons. So we're gonna move on, because we ain't trying to get just any more, emotional about that. So yeah, so it turned into more of self-worth, and even how that basically can connect, like, with how that connects possibly with her having sex, and just you would just be so surprised, like, how things can connect that you wouldn't realize connects, and be like, wow, I didn't even really realize that is what connected to this, and this is why I'm like this. And wow, no, I'm thinking that I'm actually moving on to this, but actually I'm still doing it. I'm still, basically not honoring myself, because I'm allowing you to whatever. I hope that makes sense. I'm speaking a lot of blanks or whatnot. So she definitely does have the right partner for this, and for who, for what all that she's got going on. Like, I genuinely just them too. So they made me mad though. They were so vanilla. They made me feel like they were so vanilla when they got their sex box, and she's like, yeah, no, not this. Oh, no, that's weird. Oh, no, this makes me think of rash. Like, warming massage oil makes you think you're going to get a rash? if y'all don't sit y'all vanilla selves down somewhere and stop playing and open up your comfort zone a little bit and just see if you can get a rash. That's why they do. Ain't that what most things tell you? The spot treat, not spot treat, but try it on a sense of one part of your skin, and see how you react to it. Like, stop playing. Get all into it. Get all into it. Like, it just makes me think, okay, y'all having sex, having good sex, which y'all might be very well having vanilla sex. And I'm for spicing that thing up, get into that leather, get that massage oil going. I feel like it was something else in that box and she made a comment. And I'm like, Nicole, girl, and don't be either agreeing with her either, Chris. Because then low-key, I do low-key sometimes. They both do it. They both just kind of like go with the other or agree. And no. And I definitely, you know what? No. I'm glad I wasn't the only one, because let's go ahead and get into Gina and Clint, because I definitely felt that there was attraction on Clint's side. He said he was attracted, and maybe there was, or okay, but it wasn't, I guess, as intense, I guess, as they both might have expected. Honestly, it seemed basically they were highballing, it seems like, when they both were talking about each other and their spouses being attractive, because I feel like both of them were basically saying that the other was attractive, but openly. But at the same time, I think Gina might have been like, okay, it's not, whatever, but he's nice looking. You kind of just get what I'm saying. Like, it makes me feel like Gina calls a lot of the shots, or not, she doesn't call a lot of the shots, but she is the spokesperson for how they feel about each other as far as the physicality part of it. I don't know. She just always the one that ends up always speaking up first and always speaking. Because even in the moment, like, even they had a moment and Dr. P was just like, well, let's let him respond. Like, anybody else see that? Anybody else like feel that way? Feel like no, in the beginning it did seem like Clint was really into her, attracted, whatever. But right, when the issues of you're a ginger and then now you're not my ideal weight size, for like, that's when all of a sudden now we're retracted and nobody's attracted to each other. Like, and I just felt like Gina just has an excuse for like everything. And I'm glad Dr. Pia was there to just challenge her, because she had something for everything. And Dr. Pia was just like, no. Yeah, you threw that out? Nope. Threw that out? Nope. Like, no, you think y'all skating the fine line? Y'all not. Not talking about it. Like, who finds talking about sex awkward? Even if you're not having sex with that person. Who finds that awkward? I find it awkward if we're talking and you're trying to jump into that very on and we don't even know each other like that. That's awkward. But if I know you, and y'all clearly have this bond of at least a friendship, but yet it's still awkward to talk about sex because because they're not attracted to y'all. It's a lot about this Clint and Gina stuff is really just starting to annoy me and get on my nerves. I couldn't believe that she said that Clint didn't have swag. And you know what it is I had to remember as well, because I was like, girl, they're going to be like, y'all, girl, what you talking about? Clint does not have swag. I've always been that girl that have not always dated the typical guy. And I feel like Clint is like this, not that typical guy. Like, it's always that, like, I see things, I guess, in sometimes the guys that other people don't see. So when I'm looking at Clint, and I'm like, man, Clint got his own little swag in his own right. I love Clint, okay? I really like this guy. And I'm like, girl, bye. Clint got swag. Like, and obviously after what they've come through, like these little blows, I definitely was like, oh my gosh, she said Clint don't got swag. Like, this is they about to take like 10 steps back. And I don't know if it's just because they've started to build that bond and that rapport, or it's just because now it's just lighter because they had, those insulting comments about each other in the beginning. So now when, I just love that they were able to laugh, joke it off a bit, and, just have fun with it. She's like, we just got to get you a haircut. And I mean, it's not swaggy if you do your own haircut. It's like, yeah, I guess you're like, it seemed light. It seemed light. And it was just like, after what they had been through, I was like, God, yes, okay, all right. It's not the end of the world. We're still here. It's still cool. They made fun of it. And it was funny, though, because Clint did have a haircut on the after party. So it was like, wait, is this the swaggy haircut, or did she have like something else in mind? Like, then boom, their box, even down to their box, like it was like, okay, no, let me just give them a little grace. I would have loved to them have been doing the things a little bit longer to each other, you know, with the feather and the brush, and they had something else, feather, brush, and massager. I wanted them to get in a little bit longer to really see, like to really feel it, and it kind of just looked like, all right, we're gonna get through this exercise, and maybe it just still felt a little bit awkward, but baby steps, actually. They had to take baby steps to even get there. They made it through that. It wasn't as bad, Gina admits, as she thought it was gonna be. Like, girl, I just feel like Gina doesn't allow, like it's like, oh, there's no physicality, there's no attraction, there's no, right, you have to build it. And I just feel like Gina just gives more excuses than actually trying to put in the work to actually build that emotional, physical connection. I think that's ultimately what I put. Oh yeah, I was weak. I was weak when they were talking about news and Clint sending news or whatever or whatnot. Like, yeah, I feel like Gina will not allow it. Like, she's holding back and not allowing herself to open up for feelings and attraction for him. It very well seems like it's her. Fully, I literally everything. Y'all know I just sum up on my notes, right? Like, I'll be just summing up stuff, maybe not even hitting on some of the stuff that I might even wrote a note on, but that's it right there. That's exactly how I feel. And I don't know the why. I don't know if it's because he's not her normal type. I don't know if there's a fear. I don't know if it's like, but I honestly just feel like Gina will not allow these things to happen when they very well could be happening naturally. Something about her in this relationship, in her attraction or whatever, I feel like she's just not allowing it or whatnot. And you know, I just find it weird for people who like, it just makes me awkward. It just makes me grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Because you're getting on my nerves. Grow up. So, I'm just like, nothing is growing. Nothing is growing. Y'all literally just living in this apartment as best friends, as roommates. Y'all, it's just nothing but time together, like, and nothing is building at all. Nothing. It boggles me a little bit, y'all. So getting into our last couple, getting into Shaquille and Kirsten. First off, I immediately felt the energy being off in the beginning. Something was off. So boom, he had a trip that she didn't make. And even when they were doing like their check-in call, it was just like, something is off. Something's wrong, something's off. What is going on with y'all? So even get into that. Let's go get into that before we even sisters even stay on before we get into their visit with Dr. Pia. So basically, and she's talked about it. She says, I couldn't make this trip, but I'm going to make the next one. And fast forward to Shaq basically confronting her about, or how did it even end up coming up? Were they with Dr. Pia when the situation came up, or were they? No, it was just them. They were talking. Yeah, it was just them, and they were talking. And he made this statement of basically like I shouldn't basically have, like, based on his standpoint on the situation of her not making the trip, he was basically like, oh, you basically had all these plans after the fact, you were running around, running in these streets. I basically should have to continue to ask you the same thing. I want you there for support, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sitting here like, girl, wait a minute, what? And mind you, he's like, and you said the last time you were going to make the next one. So I'm sitting like, wait, you're literally just now telling us that you're going to make the next one, but you just told him the last time you were going to make the next one. This is the next one. You're not making it, but you're going to make the next one. When at the after party, though, while he's like, I shouldn't have to continue to say the same thing. I want you there. I want you there. I shouldn't have to beg you. The comment that was said, according to her, was, as far as like that, the whole issue around that of why she did not end up going, was basically like, well, what did she say? She said, she was like, okay, well, yeah, I could go. And he was like, basically like, yeah, you can. You have friends there. So I'm going to have my friends. I'm not going there to support you. Even Keisha was like, yeah, I wouldn't have went either. I wouldn't have went either. Because what is that? What? That's not saying, yeah, babe, yes, I love that. I love you to be by my side. That was as simple as that. What is a, yeah, you can, your friends are there. What? So, very confusing. Very confusing. Very confusing. Like, it's honestly like, all right, now let me take a moment, y'all, because I really wrote a lot about them. So let me kind of just go back on my notes so I can really figure out where wrap this all up and get them done. All right, y'all. So yeah, I think we got it here. So let's go ahead and just talk about their experience with Dr. Pia, because one, they both had two different definitions, not even definitions, two different outlooks as far as like where the relationship was. She's like, it's going great. He says it's rocky, you know. And you know, that rocky part, no, not always, but more or less because, you know, they're trying to get to know each other, you know, blase, blase, blase. The attraction's going, you know, the attraction continues to grow. She especially finds him attractive when he's masculine. That stuck out to me too. Very well, it could have easily just went over some people's heads, but when you specifically say something like, I find him attractive when he's masculine, as if he's not, basically you're saying he's not always masculine. And so one thing about masculinity, along with a lot of things, you know, it's everybody's view on it isn't necessarily the same. And so for her, you know, she's like, you know, well, my dad. And it's not foreign that it's like statistically proven, or I don't know if it's statistically proven, but we all know the saying that the girl, you know, a girl is always looking for, you know, a dad, you know, looking for her dad and a man, you know, just the stuff like that. So some of this stuff isn't far-fetched, so I'm not really surprised about it. But at the same time, it's like, you don't need to make him change to be like your dad. And that's what more or less seems like, is you want him to be like your dad when he's not. He's not. He's not. He's Shaquille. He's going to be Shaquille. And you're either going to ride with that. So even when Dr. P was like, okay, so do you think he's masculine? And she was like, she could barely get the answer out, y'all. Bitch, she could barely get the answer out. And so I'm like, punch to the gut. I'm like, put the camera on Shaq right now. Like, what is he thinking? And he's like, so basically, because you don't see it, you don't think that I can protect you, or you don't think that I'm tough, and you don't, and it sucks. But if I'm going to be real, something in me was like, and I thought literally, I wish I would say things that I feel, but I don't. But I immediately was like, I immediately felt like he was not, you know, he did not seem like very, very masculine. At least he does not seem very masculine, and I did feel like she was going to have an issue with that. And boom, here we are. That was even before like getting like, this was like in the very beginning, y'all, when I had these feelings. And I think I really need to start being intentional with speaking on a lot of things that I feel, regardless of whether I think I'm right or wrong, or how people are gonna feel or think about it, or me being wrong, or feel like I'm wrong, or being rude in my opinions. Or I was just like, okay, yeah, I didn't think he was very masculine, okay? I did not think that she was going to like that he did not seem very masculine. But as well, I beat myself up because I'm like, who are you to say what's masculine? You know, who are you to say, you know, because again, everybody's perception of masculinity is different. But yeah, when I look at him, yeah, when I compare him to to at least guys that I've dated, no, they've got him way over, way over. But that's okay. That's okay. And I think even it's challenging, especially when you have dated people who are so masculine, and you have someone who's just more, might be slightly more in touch with his feminine side. And it's like, we start looking sideways, like, oh, is he gay? He's too feminine for me, and whatever. But it's kind of like at the same time, she has these feelings about him. Like, it's like, but you seem so. I think it just kind of throws me off, because in action, it's like you're getting mad because he hung up and you were trying to blow him a kiss, and you just seem like you want to be on him and just so into him. And then I guess sometimes she'll say things and it's just like, so wait, what? So we're not as, like, y'all not good? Y'all not like, am I making sense? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Does something just always just seem like I I don't even know how I'm even trying to say it and even describe it, because I can't even seem to like get my words together. But Shaq is feeling like I feel like he just feels like he just can't get it right. That he's trying to put in the effort. She wants him to be like his dad. Her dad did this, her dad did that. Yet at the same time, she don't want to bring him around her dad, or very well, they might not even want to be around him. They might need more time. So maybe I can't even put it all on Kirsten, necessarily. So he don't feel supported by her. So it's all this can be worked through. I'm not about to make it all seem like a whatever. I do believe that these are things that can be worked through. Kirsten does confuse me. I think ultimately all it is at the end of the day, she confuses me. But if she can get past some things, like her expectations of him being her dad, her expectations on, or her mindset on masculinity, certain little things, I feel like definitely they can get, like, they can have a good successful marriage. I'm very confused though, because I definitely felt like they was given that they had already had sex, and unless they just gatekeeping right now, unless they're just holding back, that they have cracked open that door, like Nicole and Chris, they haven't had sex. Because I know within the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about them having sex since he took the lead on her, or was that last week? And did the whole blindfold and painting on her and stuff like that, and blindfolding her, feeding her strawberries, and boom, like even their exercise, like and she's willing to do the work, like you can tell, like, clearly, like, she wants to make it work though. It's even though she has these, I don't want to call them grievances, because they're not grievances, but just these little things about him that she would rather, that it's like, oh no, I just try to be like this, or I just want to be like, I get what I'm saying. Like, I feel like she be all in it. Like, he roped her up and blindfolded her, stuff that, yes, they're getting right into the exercises that they need to help her relinquish, her control, to be more trusting. And I don't know. I just can feel like I always just hear that tinge of girly girl, because you're talking to your man and that's how he makes you feel. It just makes you feel like a little girl, like 16, and that's your crush. You're crushing over and just all giddy. And even when she's being flirtatious, and I think that's what's like, girl, you are so into him. But then you're like, girl, he masculine enough. Like, it. Do you see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta talk to me. Y'all just talk to me in the comments down below, please, and let me know your thoughts on this episode, the couples. Yeah, ain't want nothing really going on with the meetups or whatever or whatnot. Like, but I'm so excited for Devon Franklin. Like, continue to bring Devon Franklin back. I absolutely love Devon Franklin. I love what he stands for, and I love that what he's able to bring to this table, along with the professionals or whatnot. I feel like he's able to deliver his message in another way that can be relatable, and especially as well, yes, we have Pastor Cal, but I think sometimes as well, you just need another one. We want more like faces like us, obviously, in this opportunity. Men as well in this opportunity. Men faces like us in this opportunity. And I don't know how old Devon Franklin is, but he just seems real millennial-ish. Or if he's not a millennial, he's Gen X. Is it Gen X? What is, no, it's not. It's the generation that's before me, whatever my brother is or whatnot. Y'all may know or whatever or whatnot, but or is it Gen Z? Is he a Gen Z? Or is that the kids younger? Either way, like, he's a millennial for sure, or I think he's like the older, he's before us millennials. But even though them before us, they're not still on the wavelength that we are. But hell, okay. And it's even just to say that I like, he just brings something different, y'all, and I enjoy it. That's basically what I'm saying. And you know, when I'm on the spot, y'all, and I'm talking to y'all like this, sometimes the words just don't come. So I really hope that y'all are able to really get through, understand what I'm talking about, help me word these things out in the comments down below. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, definitely give your girl a huge like. I really appreciate it. Definitely helps this channel, and I know you want to support your girl. And as well, if you like the video, you might want to go ahead and just check out another one. So go check out your girl. See, make sure, just in case you want to make sure that you like her, you know, just in case. And if you do, I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. But all in all, if you did make it this far, like I said, I really appreciate it. Drop me some hearts down below. Even if you don't want to get all drawn out into the process, you know, about this episode, just drop me some hearts. Let me know that you're here and you made it to the very end, because I really need you to watch it all the way to the end. I'll see y'all in the next one.